I was talking to somebody about this, and they said, do me a favor, open up the newspaper. And I said, okay, I'll open the newspaper. Now, as you go through the newspaper, I want you to tell me if you see an ad for a wash machine. Sure enough, I saw an ad in there for a wash machine. I said, yeah, I see it. He said, this guy who sells those wash machines, he has the ad running every day, 365 days a year. And I said, well, why does he do that? He said, because he's there when you're ready. And I just kind of let that sink in. I said, he's there when you're ready. You see, I think a lot of times, and I'm guilty of this, just like you might be, is we want to time our attack. Hey, it's the season. It's the holiday, and this is when people do X, Y, and Z. I'm not saying those aren't trigger points, but the key to us being successful is to be consistent. And I think that is the hardest thing to do, because there are sometimes you're going to do something just like this guy with the wash machine ad. There are going to be some times where, you know what? Nobody had a broken down wash machine that week, or nobody bought a new house and they're going to put a new wash machine in their house that week. But overall, because of its consistency, guess what? He kept winning. He kept winning. It's no different than if I were a baseball player and if I batted 300, meaning I struck out 7 out of 10 times, I would be paid very, very handsomely. And so often what happens is a business owner, even some of my clients, will say, I didn't get any traction on that particular X, Y, and Z, whether it's and I do organic posts. So it might be a social media post. It might be a blog. And that may be one of those 7 out of 10 that don't hit. But then there are also those 3 that do hit. And that's where the money is. Now, we work really hard to make sure we say, hey, we never produce content that your ideal customer is not already looking for. So we're not having to find the market. The market is finding us. As an example, if I were, making ads writing content for let's say a local heating and air conditioning company, I would have that one article running all the time, created once, and then there all the time of, why is my air conditioning blowing cold air? And then on the flip side of that, why is my air conditioning blowing warm air? And then on the flip side of that, why is my heater blowing cold air? I mean, those are 2 problems that people with furnaces, no matter where you're at in the planet, will have a challenge with. As long as it's blowing cold air when it's supposed to and it's warm air when it's supposed to, guess what? They don't see your message. But the moment they have a problem and they look for that answer,